Unahaganisika. Hello, everyone. My name is Jacquelyn WEIS, and I'm a body and emotion code practitioner. And today is starting of my 5-day series of this week of overcoming feeling pressured. And today I want to talk about how to understand the difference between high achievement and perfectionism. How many of you out there have felt that you couldn't achieve something because you needed to be perfect at it, or you had this fear of failure getting in the way of you taking action and you doing something that you actually really want to achieve? I have stopped myself from doing things that I really wanted to do because of this fear of failure. But what happened was I stepped into the space where I allowed myself to question why I felt the need to be perfect, and I allowed myself to be a little vulnerable and own up to the fact that I was afraid of criticism and failure, because that made it so I wouldn't get hurt or I wouldn't be rejected. And I know a lot of you out there are struggling with this idea that you need to be perfect and that you need to be able to do everything and make sure that it's all in order. We have this need to be in control of all the outcomes and how our success is. But what it's doing is doing a disservice to ourselves, because we are not allowing ourselves to go through the process. When we do fail, it's not really a failure. It is you learning and tweaking what you need to do right. And it's called fine tuning. And you're going to end up trying again, and you're going to succeed that next time. Maybe it takes a couple times, but that is the true beauty in taking action and really allowing yourself to achieve and reach those goals that you want. The difference between high achievement and perfectionism is that when you are striving to be perfect at everything, it comes with a lot of emotions. You know, you might feel fear, you might have discouragement, failure is a big one. You will end up self-sabotaging yourself, and you become your worst critic. You know, we hear that a lot, that we are the worst critics to ourselves, but it's true. Our thoughts are what push us in the direction of either failing or taking action. And when we don't allow ourselves to achieve, we get in the way and we criticize ourselves, and we're not nice. You know, we can say, oh, I'm dumb, I'm not good enough, I'm a failure, I'm not worthy. You know, all these negative beliefs come out. But when we allow ourselves to think positively, and you're like, I'll try better, I'll do better next time, I showed up, that's all important. You know, last week I made a video and I wasn't too happy with it, but I said, you know what, I'm going to show up tomorrow and do 100% better. And I did. So when we allow ourselves to think in a positive way of, okay, I didn't like this about it, so next time I'm going to do this better, we get in this habit of allowing ourselves to be positive, and we get those positive results. So when you're being a perfectionist, you feel the need to be perfect at everything. You can't mess up. You have only allowed yourself to stay in this little box where you know you're good at one thing, so you stay there. But life is meant to be, you know, rounded. You're not supposed to just be perfect at one thing. You're supposed to try other things and allow yourself to be good at that one thing, but keep trying, keep doing other things, because that's what makes you beautiful. That's what makes you well-rounded, and it'll allow you to really find what you're truly passionate about. You know, you could be comfortable making sandwiches for the rest of your life, or you could be uncomfortable striving to have the career that you have been dreaming about for your whole life. So when we are being a perfectionist, we tend to criticize ourselves. We don't allow ourselves to really make realistic goals. We make unrealistic goals and we try to strive to make that happen. But what happens is we end up creating failure and then we're afraid of doing it again. But by making high achievement goals and stepping into that, you will make more goals that you'll succeed at, and you will find joy in manifesting and creating, and you will love the journey. And when we love the journey, we are not looking back at what we made mistakes at. Yes, we're learning from them, but we're not focusing on it. We are taking those mistakes and moving it and fine-tuning it and allowing ourselves to really achieve what we want. And we keep moving forward. And that's the beauty of it. We get up the next day, we write our new page of our story, and we allow ourselves to self-love and create esteem that keeps us going and motivating us. So here are some steps to step out of being a perfectionist and step into to be a high achiever. So one is become your own best friend. When we become our own best friend and we look at it as, how would I speak to my best friend if they're going through what we're going through? You end up having a different perspective of what you're experiencing. You will boost yourself up more, and you will root for yourself, and you won't criticize yourself so harshly. So look at yourself as if you're your best friend, and then become your best friend and boost yourself. Number two is be okay with being uncomfortable. You know, a lot of us don't like being uncomfortable, but that's okay. When we do just make these goals and actually take the step to it, you're going to feel uncomfortable. It's not going to feel natural. But when you show up every single day, you're going to get more comfortable and you're going to be okay with it, and you're succeeding. So be okay with knowing you're going to feel uncomfortable the first time, but that's all right. You're just going to keep showing up. Step three is just adjust your goals and make them realistic. We tend to create these goals where it's not achievable, and then we're already setting ourselves up for failure. Doesn't mean those goals will never happen. It just means we have to take the baby step actions first. So if you want to become a millionaire, well, that's cool and great, but you need to take the baby step. If you're not even there and you only have like $500 in your bank account, becoming a millionaire isn't going to happen that quickly. I mean, it can, and if it does, let me know. But what you have to do is just make a goal that's attainable and that you can actually achieve, and in that time frame, and then you can adjust and create a new one that serves you a purpose. And then number four is failure is about learning and fine-tuning that failure or mistake, and then you try again. You just keep getting up. It's kind of like you're a baby all over again. You're learning how to walk, and you keep falling over, but you get up anyway, and you keep going. And I know this for a fact, even my personal life, like once I got up again, you know, we dust our shoulders off, congratulate ourselves for taking the first step. You keep going and you show up and you do the work and you keep going and going and going, and then you get better at it. So stop allowing your perfectionist side to come out and step into being a high achiever, because this will really drive you into taking action in your life and really get you to the results that you desire. So I love you all, and I'm so excited to share this week's series with you. And comment below and let me know what goals and intentions you're making for this week, so you get on that path to success and reaching those goals that you're striving for. I love you all. Comment below if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.